What does a culture rely on when its temples fall, its language fades, and its buildings turn to dust? When the earth shakes, literally and metaphorically, what holds identity together? This is the story of the Qiang people, an ethnic group in the mountains of China, who once nearly disappeared, only to rebuild not just homes but a future through memory, myth, and economic reinvention. The Qiang are one of China's oldest recognized ethnic groups, with roots stretching back over 3,000 years. They live in Sichuan's highlands, between rivers, cliffs, and landslide zones. What defines Qiang culture? Stone watchtowers, or Changdiaolu, once used for defense and communication. White stones placed on rooftops, symbols of purity and ancestral presence. Cloud pattern embroidery, woven by women to honor the heavens. Polytheistic mountain worship, where trees, rivers, and ancestors are sacred, and a unique Qiangic language, passed down in only a few remaining villages. They built high, they sang loud, and they honored the earth that sustained and tested them. On May 12, 2008, a magnitude 8.0 earthquake struck Wenchuan County, the heart of Qiang territory. In seconds, centuries-old villages crumbled. Nearly 90,000 people died, many of them Qiang. Entire dialects were lost as elders perished. Sacred towers collapsed. White stones rolled off roofs. But what hurt more was not just the physical destruction. It was the feeling that a cultural memory might vanish forever. For many communities, the earthquake was not just a disaster. It was a cultural extinction event. In the village of Luobo, a woman named Yang Meilan, a Qiang mother and part-time teacher, pulled 13 children out from the rubble of their collapsing school with her bare hands. The school was gone. Her house was gone. But she said, "We still have stories. We still have songs. That means we are not finished." She and a group of women began rebuilding a community courtyard, stone by stone, using traditional methods. It became not only a school, but a weaving center, a memory hall, and a gathering place for rituals. That courtyard now serves as a training center for women in tourism, embroidery, and Qiang language education. It began with trauma and turned into infrastructure for identity. After the earthquake, the Chinese government and NGOs initiated large-scale reconstruction projects. But something unexpected happened. Qiang culture became central to the rebuilding plan. Villages were encouraged to use traditional architecture in reconstruction: stone houses, wooden beams, carved gates. Cultural grants were offered to revive. Embroidery workshops, Qiang dance troupes, stone masonry schools, elder-led storytelling circles, new museums, built in Qiang style, became both tourist attractions and community archives. Culture was no longer just preserved. It was funded, trained, branded, and exported. The result? Dozens of villages developed cultural microeconomies, handicrafts, ecotourism, local foods, traditional weddings, each rooted in memory but designed for modern value. Today, places like Maoxian, Wenchuan, and Taoping have become living culture villages. Tourists stay in stone lodges. They learn to dance the sheepskin drum rhythm. They drink local liquor brewed in clay urns. They tie ribbons to trees to make a wish. The Qiang women's cooperatives now sell embroidery not just in markets, but on live streams, in Taobao shops, and through boutique design collabs. A single festival, the annual Qiang New Year, brings in over 200,000 visitors, feeding restaurants, guides, hotels, and transport networks. The result? Culture is no longer frozen in folklore. It is working, teaching, and employing. The Qiang people show us that culture is not decorative. It's structural. It's what makes rebuilding possible when concrete and steel are not enough. A white stone on a rooftop. A story told in a fading dialect. A woman weaving clouds onto fabric. These are not relics. They are infrastructure of memory and the foundation for an economy of resilience.